welcome to episode 1 of True Crime tonight. Now, this is going to be something a little bit different than the normal content I make here on the channel. My eventual plan is to make episodes like this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But don't worry, I still plan on making true crime deep dives, horrible fates episodes, and all that good stuff. I still want to get up at least 1 to 2 episodes of that style content every single week. Now, with this being my first episode, I would love to hear feedback from each and every one of you. Let me know what you like, dislike, and if you have any thoughts or ideas, I would love to hear them. I make content for all of you, and I want to create something that's not only interactive, but tailored to what you want to see and hear. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's topics.
This day in true crime history.
On July 23rd, 2007, 2 home intruders, Linda Hayes and Joshua Andrew Komisarjevsky, broke into the Petit family's home in Cheshire, Connecticut. Their initial plan was to burglarize the house, but they went on to commit absolutely heinous acts, murdering Jennifer Hawk Petit and her 2 daughters, Haley Petit, age 17, and Michaela Petit, age 11. Tragically, Dr. William Petit, the father, managed to escape despite sustaining severe injuries. Upon entering the Petit's home, Komisarjevsky brutally attacked Dr. Petit with a baseball bat. He and Hayes then restrained him in the basement, along with Jennifer and her daughters. Hayes later kidnapped Jennifer and forced her to withdraw money at a bank. Upon returning to the house, Hayes brutally assaulted her before ending her life. Komisarjevsky then proceeded to assault 11-year-old Michaela. In a chilling turn of events, the invaders decided to burn down the house to conceal the evidence of their crimes. They tied Haley and Michaela to their beds, doused them and the house with gasoline, and soon set it all ablaze. The victims succumbed to smoke inhalation. The Petit family's case garnered widespread attention in Connecticut, with the Hartford Courant even calling it possibly the most widely publicized crime in the state's history. The murder soon received national and international attention. Ultimately, the case delayed the state's abolition of the death penalty. Hayes and Komisarjevsky were eventually convicted of the horrific murders and sentenced to death. However, their sentences were vacated in August of 2015 when the Connecticut Supreme Court ruled that the death penalty was unconstitutional. Consequently, all death sentences were retroactively commuted to life imprisonment. Now, this is a case I have not yet covered on the channel, but if you'd like to learn more, there's a well-regarded documentary titled The Cheshire Murders that was directed by Kate Davis and David Halebroner. An Amber Alert was issued July 20th, 2025 for a 9-year-old girl believed to have been kidnapped near Lake George, New York. Authorities said they received a 911 call around 10 p.m. from her father, who claimed his daughter, Molina, may have been abducted near exit 22 on I-87. Authorities soon got to work, and on Sunday morning they searched an area that her father was believed to have been in with the girl in the upstate town of Ticonderoga, near the border of Vermont. At around 10:50 a.m., members of the New York State Police tragically located Molina, deceased in a shallow portion of a pond. New York State Police reported that Molina and her father legally entered the United States on July 11th during a vacation from Canada. They were scheduled to return to Montreal on Sunday, July 20th. Surveillance footage captured Molina and her father in Saratoga Springs at approximately 5:30 p.m. Additionally, Molina was seen speaking with her mother on the phone at around 6:30 p.m. This case takes a horrific turn, as police believe that Luciano Fratolin, Molina's father, ended his daughter's life sometime between 6:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. when the phone call to police was made. Preliminary autopsy revealed that Molina succumbed to asphyxia due to drowning. Her father is now being charged with the murder. They believe he fabricated a story about her abduction in order to cover up the horrendous crime. As of now, motive is unknown, as Luciano has no prior criminal record of any kind. In the end, I want to send my deepest condolences to all of Molina's family during this extremely difficult time. In Rochester, New York, a 63-year-old woman named Wendy Stone will face prison time for concealing her boyfriend's death. According to reports, she left his body in the basement and collected his Social Security benefits. On July 17th, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of New York announced Stone's 12-month prison sentence. She had previously pleaded guilty in April to conversion/unlawful conveyance of government money. Stone's boyfriend, Kenneth Chrisman, passed away on December 28th of 2022. According to federal prosecutors, Stone discovered Chrisman's body days after his death, but failed to report it. She then moved his body to the basement, wrapped it, and placed it in a recycling bin. To mask the foul odor, she reportedly poured bleach on him periodically. Stone continued to collect her boyfriend's benefits during this time frame. Before his death, Chrisman had ordered a replacement debit card to obtain benefits. The card was depleted by January 15, 2023, with charges at various stores, including the Peppermill Restaurant, Walmart, BJ's Wholesalers, the Home Depot, and Staples. There were also ATM withdrawals from the card. Prosecutors revealed that Stone collected nearly $7,900 worth of benefits intended for Chrisman between January and September of 2023. She also received an additional $1,072 in SNAP benefits that she was not entitled to receive. Bexar County, Texas. Authorities recently arrested a wanted man accused of killing his wife and living with her decomposed body for nearly a month. On June 19th, deputies responded to a call from a concerned relative who believed 49-year-old Charles Bird had killed his wife, Angela Bird. At the scene, the sheriff's office discovered the suspected decomposed remains of Angela Bird wrapped in plastic. Officials recovered blankets, carpets, plastic bags, and various household substances to hide the victim's body and mask the odor. Initially, authorities sought the public's help in locating Charles Bird, who wasn't at the scene. On July 20th, Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar announced that the sheriff's office had found Bird hiding at a house and taken him into custody. Bird reportedly described a physical attack between him and his wife, which he believes led to her death around June 16th. Over the course of nearly a month, Bird allegedly lived with the victim's decomposing body. According to Salazar, Bird had no criminal history, but the suspect did make a comment along the lines of, "Go big or go home," when discussing the alleged attack. Officials are now awaiting autopsy results from the medical examiner, including the cause and manner of death, as well as positive identification. As a result, the sheriff stated that they cannot yet charge Bird with murder, but investigators are fairly certain that she died from injuries inflicted on her. Bird remains held in the Bexar County Jail on a charge of tampering with evidence with intent to impair a human corpse. Thank you all for watching episode 1 of True Crime Tonight. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and remember to leave a comment down below with your thoughts and feedback. Also, if you haven't already, please check out my most recent deep dive into the Brian Schaefer disappearance. I put a lot of time and work into that one, and even if you're familiar with the case, I think you may get something new out of my deep dive. On that note, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what I do, and check the description box of this video for details on my merch store, my social media accounts, and more. I will see you all next time when we head back into the cellar.